These would be some of the scenes that I would really enjoy when I was sleeping on the subway. Like constantly feeling like you're in danger, like always gotta be on your toes, always gotta be alert, even when you can't be alert because you're so tired.
I felt that no one would love me and that I would always stay alone and be by myself for the rest of my life.
At a very young age, I knew that it wasn't considered okay, and I dealt with a lot of shame for a very long time.
There are over 200,000 homeless LGBT youth in our country, and the largest single reason that they're driven from their homes is because of the religious beliefs of their parents. The Catechism of the Catholic Church teaches that homosexual acts are a grave depravity and cannot be approved under any circumstances. I love my church, but I'm ashamed at the way it's hurting children with its teachings.
When I came out to my mom, I was like 11, and like she just didn't mind it. She was like, okay, you're still my son, still accept you. Then my mom died. I was 16. She was a friend, parent, guardian. She was everything to me. My family's like very religious. Like they're very big on religion. They go to church a lot. They said they didn't want to take me in. My world just got completely destroyed.
My name is Amaya. I left home at 14 to escape an extremely devoutly religious place that would not accept me for who I was. I grew up in the far north of Minnesota. It's a pretty devoutly Christian area. From very, very young, I always wanted to play with the boys, not the girls. I always wanted to watch the cartoons that boys liked, not what girls liked. I didn't want to paint my nails. I didn't do any of the things that regular girls did. My stepfather came from an extremely religious family that went to church every Sunday, and a lot of that was reflected in the way that he parented. When it came to who I was as a person, he did not at all approve. I was put in psych institutions, I was medicated. None of these things ever helped. I was refusing to be treated like that. I left. I chose to live on the streets than live with people that did not accept me.
My name is Lola. I'm 19 years old. I came out to my grandmother when I was 13 years old. It led to me being neglected and unloved. My grandmother was Catholic. She really didn't accept who I was. I was called a slut, I was called a whore, I was called a sinner, I was told I needed to be stoned, and that God would never love me the way I am.
It's an atrocity that so many kids are homeless on the streets without shelter. It's a disgrace that our country isn't doing more to help.
Think about like the real purpose of their religion. It's not to like segregate each other, separate each other. It's to bring us closer, love each other, accepting of each other.
We believe in a God of love. Anything that causes parents to abandon and abuse their children cannot be from God. The teaching that homosexuality is evil is rooted in human ignorance and human bigotry. It's not from God. We need to cry out for a church of mercy. We need to heal our church.
If religion didn't teach that homosexuality was a sin, a lot of people would not be out on their own. A lot of kids would not have committed suicide. Things would be drastically different.
When I moved to New York City, I felt like I didn't have to hide anymore, and I felt safe. It felt like the most greatest joy. It became so empowering and so motivating.
We're not supposed to be proud of ourselves. We can't be proud of what we believe in. All because you think it's bad. Because of that hatred, I've been on my own pretty much all my life. Because of that hatred, I've slept in the community centers, I've slept in trains, I've slept in parks, I've slept in abandoned lots. And nobody should have to go through that just because they are who they are. No.
The church used to teach things that we now realize are preposterous. The church used to condone slavery. The church used to teach that women should be subjected to men. Our moral consciousness evolved, and we changed the teachings. Our moral consciousness has to evolve to a place where we demand that LGBT youth be protected, and we change the teachings that bring them to harm.